We ain't gonna comment in the joint. What up, family? We live.
Yeah. Hey, what's going
What's
on, y'all? Thanks for
good?
joining us today. Um, try to do these lives at least once a week. You know what I mean? Since our YouTube presence is growing, seems like every single day. So yeah, we definitely live now. All right. Thanks for
Yeah.
joining us today. Listen. I wanted to get in on this Pearl Davis and Anna Caspin debate. This has been all over TikTok. I think it'd be a good conversation to have based off what they were saying. So I'm gonna try to fast forward through like the parts that I'm gonna just try to get to the red meat, right? And then us three can make comments on it or whatever. But I do want to hear what they have to say too. So y'all ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on.
All right.
And let's begin the open debate. Pearl, I'll let you pick up here. Go ahead.
What happens to men when they don't pay child support?
There are consequences for it, especially when
Which
there's a
are?
court order for them to
Which
carry
are?
out their responsibility and pay child support so that child can be raised.
And what happens
Do you
if they
think
don't
there
pay
shouldn't be
it?
legal responsibilities or legal consequences if they fail to carry out a court order to, take care of their kids?
I've interviewed men that have paid millions of dollars in
Don't
child
care about your
support and
interviews.
married-
Anecdotal evidence doesn't matter. What I need is actual statistic, empirical evidence. They should pay their child support. $441
What happens-
is the average child support payment. $441 a month.
Yeah, that's for someone that makes $24,000 a year.
You just told me a woman can just go to work and take care of the kids totally by herself.
How does a guy live when he's paying $500 a month on $24,000 a year?
You think $500 a month is too much in child support? Do you know how much it costs to raise a child? Do you know
Look.
how much childcare costs, for instance? I mean, that mother has to go to work, right? Where's the kid going to stay while that mother is working? How is she going to pay for the
What happens to men when they don't
daycare.
pay child support?
Sorry, say that again.
What happens to men when they don't pay child support?
There are legal repercussions for not
What-
carrying out a court
Okay.
mandate
Do you think
to
that
do something.
Do you think that fraud should be illegal?
Absolutely.
Okay. So why is it not illegal for women to fraud men on paternity? If a man does not find out he's the father over the age of 2, he is on the hook for child support for 18 years.
I don't know
Where
what the
have you
law
been on
is
this
when it
issue?
comes to
A
that,
third-
but it's wrong. If you're lying up paternity, that is wrong, and there should be legal
Well,
consequences
why
for
haven't
that.
feminists fought?
It's that simple.
Then why aren't feminists fighting for it, Anna?
Because feminists fight for women, obviously.
Right. That's my point.
Yeah.
At the expense of men.
All right. So let's stop it right here. Joe, what's your thoughts so far about this? The parts that I've played so far of this, debate between Anna Caspin and Pearl Davis.
You asked me. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah. You. I'm
shit.
asking you.
Oh,
What's
my
your
bad.
thoughts
Oh,
so
no,
far?
my bad.
about it?
Hey, so this is interesting, right? I feel like this feels like I'm trying to make a comparison, but it feels like Ben Shapiro versus like a ignorant college student. You know what I mean? And that one person is like overly prepared, well more versed in the facts and the sources of the information where it comes from, and then other people are just kind of winging it with like either anecdotes or just like things they might have heard. So I mean, I understand Pearl's sentiment. Like I said, I don't agree with all Pearl's points, but I do agree with a lot of them. I feel like she's one of the few spaces of women who are speaking towards like men's issues or like men's rights. But Anna just feel like right now, I feel like Anna's whipping her butt right now, just in the way that she's like verbally attacking her and how aggressive she is. And if this continues, I feel like it's not going to go well for Pearl because Anna just feels like she's just on her ass. Like she's just ready to go in with like statistics. But so far, I mean, it's an interesting conversation. It doesn't. I don't know. I need Pearl to like really start answering these questions directly and being more confident. Otherwise, it's not going to go too well. So it's been interesting.
What's your thoughts, Joe?
So I don't know a lot about child support, but are there actual consequences to men that don't pay child support?
Yeah, you go to jail. Well, what Pearl was trying to get her to say is ultimately you can go to jail. Like a man could go to jail for not paying child support. That's what she was trying to get her to say, and I think that's what Anna was trying to avoid saying.
Yeah, and Anna's
Uh,
definitely like there. Like I agree that if you disobey or disregard a court mandated order, like if a court's ordering you to do something, you don't do it. Yes, there are legal repercussions. I absolutely get it, but Anna's missing the point that Pearl's making, which is that like okay, but like I guess Pearl's trying to be like the morality of it. Like, is this fair? Like, is it okay? Like, if we're both equal, like, why is it that women are getting paid child support? Or like, why isn't custody 50-50? Or what about the way that it destroys people's lives if you can't afford those payments? I didn't know that the average child support payment was like 400 and something dollars. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
In my mind, I
But,
thought it was higher, maybe because I've been paying so much higher for years
Right.
that I'm just like, damn, I'd love it to be that, but
yeah,
I didn't know that was the average.
yeah. I mean,
I hate child support.
what I think is kind of out of line for what Anna Caspin is trying to say. She's like, oh, well, the average child support is $441, right? Okay, well,
but then
she's-
she
so
made
she
the point it was like if they were making 24 a year.
yeah, if they're making 24,
Something
that's
like
that you have to
Yeah.
pay that. You're making $24,000 a year, so you have to pay
Yeah.
more than that typically. But my issue with that is, but Anna's comment like, well, it's only 441. Like, okay, if it's such an insignificant amount, then why should men have to pay it? Like, if it's like not a big deal one way or the other, why is it important for you to get the 441 from the guy? Like, if it's just peanuts, then why do you care?
Yeah, it's funny because some women, not all, but there's a specific type of woman that would say, "I don't understand why men are mad when this is the system that you created."
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is a system birthed from patriarchy, from men. Men created the laws, men created the court systems. You guys are a part of it. So why are you complaining when you guys were the ones who set up this law? Out of curiosity, Ty, well, how do you feel about that argument? Because I've heard that. Like you guys are complaining about child support and family court, but like you guys created these institutions. So I don't understand what the issue is.
Well, men did it because we were getting like crazy blowjobs back in the day from
Oh
our
my
wives, and we were
God.
trying to make sure we trying to
What
make
is
sure
your
we kept
source?
those.
What is
we
your
were trying
source
to
for these blowjobs, Ty?
we're
I need a source for this.
We're trying to make sure we kept those blowjobs going. We didn't want to come home and be like, "Yo, I crushed these feminist chicks' dreams, bro." Like, guess what? Guess what's gonna happen? No more dick sucks. Tom ain't getting no more. In the '60s, Tom ain't getting no more dick sucks. Tom had to come and bring it. Be like, "Yo, listen, I'm fighting for what?" So that way he come home and be like, "Babe, guess what I did today? I passed this child support stuff. All these men going to jail. So you know what I mean? I gotta get a little bit of hot tui out this bitch. Like, what's up? Like, that's personally what I think. Anyway.
It's crazy, but that I mean, family. We're gonna keep letting it play so we can watch more of it. But like, keep that in mind. Like that, some people will argue like this is a system created by men, held up by men, and this is why some men say like, listen, y'all keep complaining about the patriarchy being so oppressive. It's like I'm not a part of the patriarchy. I'm just a regular man. I'm not the people like who are super wealthy making these laws and creating government, and like I'm just an average guy, and I've had my privileges and I have the ways I'm oppressed as well by the system. Like, what I mean? They make it painted like every guy is like the part of the patriarchy. Like we're calling the shots and making laws and oppressing women. It's like, not every dude. We're not all like some of them. Just average people just trying to live our lives
Regular
out here in this
dudes
system,
living life. Getting
So,
hot tui.
anyway.
That's it. Like,
I mean, she
All
made
right.
a good point at the end, though.
Oh,
Like men that aren't the father find out they're not the fathers, and they're
right,
stuck
absolutely.
with child support payment. I mean,
oh, that should be a woman should have to do life in prison. Like, you
I
should
don't
have to
understand
go-
why it's not mandatory. We've talked about that before.
I
Why
don't.
isn't-
Yeah,
why-
I don't know why. I mean, I feel like whether he's the father or not, if it goes to court where he needs to make payments, it should just be a test that's done to like finalize, and then the court can mandate however much he owes you. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
let's play some more. Let's see what they say.
You guys want to believe women at the expense of men. Why isn't Amber Heard in jail? Because of the Me Too movement. You guys push believing all rape victims, and now we have rape.
Amber
now
Heard had to pay out a massive
Let him
settlement.
continue your statement.
Yeah, but why isn't she in jail?
You want her in jail?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, my man said yes. The boy in the background said yes. We want her in jail.
Well,
He ruined
the
his
penalties
life.
for defamation are what the court's decision is, right? You want people to go to prison for defamation?
He had to go to 2 different countries to clear his name. Why
okay.
isn't she in jail? He lost millions of dollars.
To be clear, you think the penalty for defamation is prison time?
I
Yes.
think the penalty for a false accusation is that the woman should get the same time that he would have gotten if he was found guilty.
Men don't.
I like that.
I like that.
I like that. That's good. I think that's fair.
Right?
Okay.
Fair. Keyword.
Okay, let's keep going.
Don't go to prison for defamation.
That's on that one. Go ahead.
You know,
bro.
it's funny. It's funny with her with Caspin's response to this is like, oh, it's just defamation. No. It's like this is a perspective a woman can have. Like, what you feel what I'm saying, Joe? Because if a man gets accused of this, our reputation, our lives are a wrap. You ain't see Johnny Depp in the goddamn movie since, have you? He's just a rich white dude who's just paid, and you know what I mean. He's gonna be paid for the rest of his life. But if he was a up and coming dude trying to make it out, trying to figure it out, he'd be effed up right now. He'd be on OnlyFans jerking it for $2.99. So
It's not bad. Enough subscribers make some bread. Don't give me ideas, Ty.
all right, let's keep going.
And see, this is the problem with feminists. You want all these freedoms, but you won't actually be equal.
I do
Be
want
equal.
equality.
No, if you wanted to be equal, you would fight for 50-50 child support, no alimony.
No
50
alimony.
custody.
So again, if a woman decided to forego working, decided to stay home to raise the children, and the marriage doesn't work out, she's got no income whatsoever. She
Well,
doesn't
number
deserve
one,
any
women aren't
alimony.
even doing that. Number one, that's not even women are not staying home with the kids. And number two, you have
No,
daycare.
a lot of women
You
do
have-
these days.
You
actually.
have daycare. as
the
a choice.
the traditional
Again.
women who want to stay home, they want to be traditional wives.
Yeah, that's anecdotal though, Caspin. That's anecdotal, right? Like that's not you see it on TikTok every once in a while, but that's not a bunch of people out here being.
That's
like,
not the
oh,
majority. That's a
that's
small
not
group
the-
of women
so-
who have
so-
that
so-
privilege.
so she want to be
anymore.
right.
Yeah.
She want to throw the anecdotal stuff out there when it come to Pearl, but this what she talking about right now. She probably saw like 8 TikToks from chicks being like, "Oh, I'm going to bake this apple pie and I'm going to do this and I'm do that." No. Most chicks ain't heard. What's the more common line of conversation right now? I'm a boss, babe. I don't need no man, or I'm gonna be in the house taking care of my man and my kids. What's the more common thing?
I'm independent, boss babe.
Yep.
So
I don't need no man.
So what Cass been talking about here is anecdotal. So her and her 4 friends that got their roses, burnt out. They had to replace the battery like 8 times. That ain't most people, bro. Like
I know.
so. Just saying, if you want to throw the anecdotal thing out there for Pearl, you got you got to also take that heat.
You trash them all the time, which I don't understand.
If
It
feminists
seems like
cared
women
about
can't do anything
equality,
right when it
look,
comes to you, right?
If
They're
feminists-
stay-at-home moms, they're
if-
traditional. They're.
I understand that you can personally attack me. That's
I'm not personally attacking you.
okay.
These are things that you have said on the record multiple times.
But if you cared about equality, you would care about false accusations. You would
I do care about false accusations.
No,
yeah.
you don't.
You don't know me. What you don't know what I care about.
Look, all right.
All right, what's your thoughts on that? Does she care about false accusations based off what y'all heard so far?
I don't think so.
I don't hear any empathy coming from Anna towards men and the way that we get screwed over by the system at all. So right as of now, I'm gonna say no. I don't hear the empathy at all.
I mean, because with her, she's like, oh well, Amber Heard loses some money. You know what I mean? She has to pay some defamation thing. But it's like, okay, well, shouldn't she also have to go to jail because she lied about this dude, right? She said a lot of very graphic, nasty ass stuff about Johnny Depp.
She did.
She did.
So
Meanwhile, she
If
was
that-
cheating on him and hitting him the whole time.
right,
Like doing dirty, all types of dirty.
and he shouldn't have to go to jail for that. I mean, she shouldn't have to go to jail for that. It was proved that she was lying. But she
Yeah.
shouldn't have to go to jail for that. She's like,
And what
well,
about
I mean,
the
it is
What about
it
the
is.
joint with Jonathan Majors? Did she ever get any jail time or anything? Like, remember the one who accused Jonathan Majors, the white joint who said that she hit him,
Yeah,
that he
no, she
hit
never
her
got no jail
and
time.
got off scot-free. All the evidence was there to show that she lied. She's not in jail, but he lost TV deals. He was in the Marvel universe at one point.
Yep,
he was
got
playing
kicked out of
Kang,
that. Got kicked out of
lost
Marvel.
all that Marvel
Yep.
money, the future Marvel money. Like he got screwed over by that
Yeah.
accusation that she said he put hands on her, and he was cleared of that, and he can't get that money back, and his reputation was hurt. It
Yeah.
was hurt all over social media.
I think it's
That's-
what I think is. Oh, go ahead, Charles. You about to say something?
No, I was just gonna say, I feel like once people hear that, whether they find out you're innocent or not, they hear those things and they're just like, "Oh, he's not."
Yeah,
Like it still hurts him whether he was
Right.
innocent or not.
It's
The
like
only thing-
credit.
right?
It's credit is the easiest. You build it up, but once you hurt your credit, it's so hard to bring it back to where it was before. It takes time, effort, consistency, but like it's kind of like a credit score for me. Like once you get those accusations on you, like you got to build that reputation back up, and it could take forever, and you'll never
Yeah.
get that money back from all that. So
Right.
it sucks. It really does.
Right. All right. Let's keep going.
Let's talk about rights that men do not have. Men do not have the right to be enlisted in selective service. You know, we have 125K men who were drafted and buried overseas. Think about that over a second. You talk about the oppressions of the past, but how many men died in World War I and World War II and had no choice? And yet Anna complains about oppression. Men
gotta
do not have
rethink
the
our
right to
foreign
face
policy.
their accuser in court when they have a false allegation and for personal protection orders that strips constitutional rights away from the man. Women go before a judge and say they don't feel safe, and more than likely a PP order will be issued. The man was not in court, had no say, has no defense, and does not get to face his accuser. That is done en masse, and many servicemen and first responders lose their careers over this because it strips a man's Second Amendment rights away based on no evidence. Men
Where are
do
you
not have
getting
the
that
right to
information
raise
from?
their children. Divorce is no fault, but when it comes to child custody, it's always the man's fault. He loses his children to the system. 96 hours a month the father does not make. Men have longer prison sentences. Women get a third of the time for the same crime. Where are the feminists fighting for equality on that issue? There has been rampant discrimination against better qualified men in hiring across multiple industries. Men pay more child support, and child support orders are not enforced at the same rates between men and women. Women are more likely
women pay
not
child
to
support.
pay
Fascinating.
and are prosecuted for non-payment at lower rates. Men cannot opt out of parenthood. Men have very few domestic violence shelters and are not taken seriously when they're domestic violence victims.
I agree on that.
Men,
I do
white
agree
men
on
in
that.
particular, are discriminated against when it comes to hiring and educational attainment.
True.
The Duluth model is a model that law enforcement, courts, and counselors use automatically that assumes men are the aggressor. The tender years doctrine is a guideline in divorce used to justify removing the father from the child's life. The only institutional sexism that exists is institutional sexism that discriminates against men in favor of women. Furthermore, U.S. courts do not require receipts to show how that money is spent by the custodial parent, unless there's overwhelming evidence of starvation, malnutrition, or severe child abuse. There are
Hold on,
numerous reports
pause.
of custodial
You want the
parents spending
government
the
to
money
check
on
receipts and
luxury.
see, like,
let's let her respond to some of that.
hold on, let's understand something. You want government to be so big that you literally have the government looking at receipts to see what a mother is spending the money on?
Yeah, pause.
All right.
This is
Let's
too much
pause, pause,
information
pause.
that's cotton out now.
All
Go
right.
ahead, Ty.
All right. So let me say this real quick. The family court system isn't fair. All right. Joe can attest to this. I can attest to this. Right. So let me tell you what happened when I went to court, when I started paying child support. So I go to it wasn't even really court. It's like mediation, I guess, right? It's like that little room before the court room, right? So we go to mediation or whatever. I actually have a lawyer with me, right? Old girl didn't have a lawyer. She just came with, like, you know, a briefcase, not a briefcase, a little envelope or whatever with some papers. I have no idea what was in it. Probably nothing, just like fucking drawings of like whatever. But because she didn't need to open it. But I come in and join or whatever, and they come at me, and they probably did the same thing to you, Joe. You had to give pay stubs, W-2s, and like tax information, right? So you had to come to the court drawing with that. I had to come to the court drawing to come the child support thing with that. She didn't have to come with any of that shit. So basically they were just like they were like, hey, give me your proof. I went up there, I gave them my proof. They're like, okay, cool. And with her proof, they didn't ask her for proof. They just asked her what her wages were. They just asked her what her wages were. So she was like, you know what I mean? It depends on the year, but you know what I mean? I make like 80 grand. That's not true at all. She makes way
Ballpark
more
it.
than 80 grand. She was like, but it didn't, what she said didn't matter. They didn't ask her for her W-2. They didn't ask her for her tax information. They didn't ask her for her pay stubs. They asked me for my stuff. So I printed all that stuff out and brought it to the court thing. And to her, all they needed from her was just her word. And the fact that I had a lawyer was the only thing that saved me. And my lawyer did the lawyer thing and was like, no, we got to see proof of what this chick's talking about. Like, we got to reschedule this because she got to bring some proof too. But I wouldn't have known to do that if I didn't have a lawyer with me. He
I
knew
don't
to do it
understand why they didn't need to see her stuff.
because it don't matter.
It don't matter.
The system is rigged.
But it
True or false?
don't
The
matter.
system's rigged.
Don't matter. Yeah,
I mean,
they
yeah,
won't.
but
They
it's
gonna get the money. They don't care. No, that's real, and it's now. So there a lot of points were made, right? I really wish that Pearl was more comfortable with the information as opposed to reading
Yeah.
out of a paper. I feel like it makes
Yeah.
her look less confident and like she didn't know what the hell she was talking about because she was like reading out of a paper. So I really wish she like kind of knew these points more or like had
Yeah.
rehearsed them more so she could like spit them out. But I'm glad that she's reading out a lot of interesting points though, right? The last one for me was the one that we ended on, where she's like, where Anna's basically arguing that it's impossible or that government should not be big enough that they should keep track of what women do with the child support that they're mandated to receive, right? And we've talked about that, Ty. Like, is there a way to regulate it so that we can see that the money's actually going to the child and not paying for mom's vacations with her new boyfriend, or you know what I mean,
Yeah.
or not paying for
Yeah.
mom's nails and her hair, her lashes, and paying for her personal expenses? You know what I mean? Like, how do you make it so that you can actually have that money make sure that money is going to the benefit of that child and not to fund the mother's lifestyle? I think that's always going to be a solid point. I don't know if it's going to be addressed, but solid point in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, no, I mean, listen, the game is rigged. The game is 100% rigged. As two dudes that have gone through the system, and I mean, it's just rigged. Like, in order for the dude to get the benefit of the doubt, you could attest to this, Joe. The mom got to be like a straight crackhead. I mean, like on OnlyFans giving double blowjobs type joint. Like, it's like, I mean, she got to be all effed up. She got to be like selling the kids formula to get some more crack. Like, it got to be like really, really, really bad. And for us, all it takes is an allegation. She just got to be like, "Yo, this dude sucks." They're like, "Oh, you know what? He does suck. He look like he got a sucky face. Get out of here, kid." Like, they will roof us for like the most minuscule thing.
It's real.
Bro. Like,
I've had so many I forget what the title's called. Starts with an M. Magistrates. I don't know, but I've had so many women in the courts who have been rude and nasty to me. Absolutely nasty to me. Like, judging me, criticizing me, trying to make it seem like I'm just a deadbeat dad, or that like I'm incompetent as a parent. Just mean. No, just like straight bitchs, right? Like, I've had judges talk to me this way, and I'm like, damn, like, I'm a grown man. Like, I didn't do anything. I didn't ask to be here. I was sued because it's like a law case. I was sued to come here. Like, I'm trying to defend and protect my resources and my reputation and like have more time with my daughter. But they're just nasty. They're just, the only way I got a reduction in my current child support was that I went to the date and she didn't show up. Before that, I had lawyers. I had to print out all my information, all my finances, all my taxes. I had to hire a lawyer. Eventually, I couldn't afford the lawyer anymore, but they wouldn't reduce it and they wouldn't give me 50-50 custody. It took her not showing up to one appointment for me to finally get something, to finally win something. It was because she didn't show up. Don't know why. Don't know what the reason is, but like, it took her just not being completely there for me to actually get some concessions. And that's how hard it is to kind of win in that court, man. It freaking sucks. It's brutal. It really is. Like, me and Ty speak of experience, but like, it really is an effed up system. It really is.
Like, the messed up part about the system is that they treat every guy as if they're the lowest
scum of the
quality
earth.
of father. Like, the dude that just knocked the chick up at a club, never seen her, told her F you, go get an abortion. Like, hey, I'm not taking care of this kid. F you. Or the kid get born. Hey, I never told you I told you I wasn't taking care of this kid, but whatever. They treat everybody like they're him. So even the dude that does the most.
I was just like, clearly you guys are not that, but still got treated.
We like to think we're not. No, I don't think we are. we're here. We're solid. Like, we're not one of those, but they lump us into that category and we feel that energy. That energy can be felt from like the little mediation room to the actual courtroom. Like, these judges, especially, like, if I get a judge and I know it's going to be a woman, in my mind, I'm like, I'm done. Like, I might as well just get a new date. Like, cause I already know, like, it's almost damn near in the bag. Like, I'm not going to get a concession. Like,
and I got,
that's how it feels. That's how it's been for me, in my personal opinion. That's how it's been. If I know I got a woman judge or a mediator, I'm like, I'm not gonna get nothing, and I can't.
Yeah.
The lawyer's too expensive right now. Like the cheapest I ever found was like $600 a session for an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's $600 for an hour, and that's
Yeah.
like that could go to anything else.
And guess what?
Um,
The woman doesn't even have to get a lawyer. She could. The state pays for her lawyer. Like if she wants a lawyer, the state will
Right.
pay for it.
Yeah,
Why would the state pay for her
Because
but not
they
you?
do. They-
scumbags. They're all in cahoots. It's listen. It sucks.
They're
Right?
in
It
cahoots.
sucks.
And
It sucks.
I-
And like, and Anna makes good points. If you don't make the payments, it hurts your credit score. You can face jail time. They'll garnish your wages, which is what
Yeah.
they do to me now. They garnish them, but I don't care. I'd rather just not see it, and they could just take it
Yeah,
out.
I get
They
my wages
garnish your
garnished, too. Yeah.
They can put lien on your properties. They can I think I said jail time, but like they can revoke your license or your ID. They can like there's so many consequences to not paying child support,
Yeah.
right? And at one point I was paying, remember a while back when I was like, I'm paying a rack.
Yeah,
I was
you're
legit
rack,
paying
yeah.
a rack. Like I had to go and drive Uber and Lyft to survive, because if I
Yeah.
didn't pay Uber or Lyft, paying $1,000 every month for child support, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it myself. I could not do it. I literally, that's when I started driving Uber and Lyft and doing taxi on the side. And this is during COVID. So I was making bank. It was good. Not bank. Sorry. Let me not put that on the air, but she might be watching. But I was making good money on the side to try to make up for that $1,000 that I was losing.
Hey, Joe,
out on. But like it forced me to go out and get another job with a full-time job. I was working a full-time job and then putting like 15 or 20 hours on the side just to pay child support and cover all my expenses. So it's crazy.
So-
It's
How does it work? Like, I don't know how often you have your kids, but like, if you see your kids like half of the week, you still owe her.
Yeah, it's broken
Whatever.
down by like I guess the amount of time your child is with. So my custody order split right now is 60-40. I don't know how they break it down, but it depends on how many nights you have, right? They
Okay.
break it down by how many days and nights you have with that child. And right now it's 60-40. And because of that little 10% that doesn't make it 50-50, that's
Yeah.
why I'm still paying her child support. And
Mhm.
I fought for 50-50. They won't give it to me. They say it's good. We don't want to change the structure of the child. And I'm like, what structure? We're talking about another night with me. It'll be almost literally the same thing, except I have my daughter for like another night. You know what I mean? And they refuse to change it because they want that money to keep coming in. Because remember, this money funds the system.
Yeah,
All
it
the
does,
money that gets
yeah.
paid through child support, a portion of that gets taken out and it gets into like these pensions of these judges. We're basically funding their retirement. Like they get money through subsidies off that child support money that circles through the court system. So there's a financial incentive to make people have to pay child support. There's a financial incentive to rule something other than 50-50 so that someone has to pay. The system is a scam. It
Yeah.
sucks. It really does.
That's
All
a
right, let's keep
shame.
going.
It's a scam.
Definitely a scam, 100%.
It's insane.
I want no child support, no alimony, 50-50.
Yeah, because you're
custody.
crazy and you don't live in reality.
I want equality. I'm more of a feminist than you, Anna.
How was that crazy? How was that crazy?
That don't sound crazy to me. 50-50
Okay, this is
custody.
probably a super stupid question, but what's the difference with the alimony and the child support?
Alimony is so child support is for the child. It's based on your income, but then alimony, if you've been married to that person for a certain amount of time, that person makes, depending on how much that person makes, it's basically a separate payment for the wife. It has nothing to do with the kid. That's money that they're going to pay the wife for being married for so long. And now that there's a divorce, to make sure her standard of living doesn't change drastically, to kind of maintain her quality of life. That's what that's for.
Yeah.
And sometimes women get both. So they get both, and like you can still be paying your ex-wife. This has been an example, right? There have been men who have been married, wife cheated on them, right? Then they get a divorce. Mom gets to keep the house, has not full custody, but most of the custody for the kids, gets to stay in the house, gets paid child support, gets paid alimony. She can move the boyfriend who was blowing her back out into the house with her, and none of that changes. The husband would still have to be paying her and funding her lifestyle. And that has happened. Like that is a possibility. That's why some men are like terrified of like either getting into a marriage or marrying the wrong person, because that can happen. She can cheat on you. She did all of this, put all this in motion. Then she gets to keep the kids, the house, gets paid, and then the guy who's blowing her back out gets to move in and enjoy all that too. So you're funding their life basically. Yeah, it's crazy. It really is.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. The game's rigged. The game's rigged. We've been going so long with it being unfair as far as like men having all the power. Now women have all the power. And I mean, it is what it is. I think I understand this debate, right? I don't like the feminist movement because it in my opinion, the aim is to like subjugate men in any way possible, because they don't want 50-50. Feminists will fight tooth and nail from not having 50-50. Feminists will fight tooth and nail with Joe, you and I did this story not too long ago. In Florida, they changed the laws to where you can only get alimony for 10 years max. All these liberal feminist women were crying, bitching, and complaining like, oh my God, what are we supposed to do? Okay, sis, you got 10 years to go get a
job.
effing job. You got 10 whole years to go get a job.
Get a job.
You strong, independent, and you don't need a man. You divorced your man probably anyway.
Like you were banking on your ex-husband not dying so that you could not have to work for the rest of your life. That was your game plan. Let's just hope he doesn't die so I can just keep getting paid until I die. Like that's wild. Like that was the game plan.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Because I say if you want to vote, be in selective service, be on the front lines just like the men are.
Who do you think gives birth to and raises those soldiers?
What does that have to do with anything?
Because you assert that women shouldn't be allowed to vote because they're not all in mandatory military service.
I say be equal. You want to vote, do what the men do. Men are fined $125,000.
Should women be included in combat? Should women be included in combat?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Do what the men do.
Fair.
Do what the men do.
Yeah, fair. Agreed. Next. Nothing.
What do you think, Joe? Should women
I
be
feel
included
like
in
she
combat?
didn't agree with that.
No, she definitely didn't agree with that. She's just saying it to just to
just move.
Like, fine, I agree. I'm like, I don't think you do.
You think Anna with her $400 shoes is putting on a hard hat and going
I was
to
gonna say, could you see her on the front lines?
nah. But what you
With
think,
her
Joe?
makeup and her hair and her heels.
Or so, Chelsea, let me ask you: Are men and women equal?
No.
Okay, so do you think women should be drafted if there's a draft?
No, because they're not physically capable to handle that.
Okay, all right, cool. I mean, I'm just curious. I didn't know the answer to that before I asked. So I mean,
No, I mean, I don't think so.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay. I want to know what your ideal woman is, because if you are a traditional conservative woman who's married, staying at home, raising kids, you trash them.
There's no such thing as a traditional woman.
Thoughts on that, Joe? Is there such thing as traditional woman anymore?
Not America. I mean, they are the minority, and even no, I'm gonna say no. Short answer, no. I don't believe so. And if they're in a minority, it's a very small group of women.
I mean, what's your thoughts, Chelsea? Are there traditional women let's say in America?
I think yes, but like Joe said, it's a very small minority. It's not the way women are like independent now. Like it's not a common thing for it to be. This isn't like the 50s where traditional women were. That's what they did. But
yeah, so I agree with y'all. So like the way I was raised by strong, independent women that don't need men, right? And how I always thought of myself of being with a woman was that like I would end up with a woman that was strong, independent, and also didn't need a man, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, and we would just live life together, which is why Joe and I have had multiple podcasts on this, but like I'm not for paying all the bills. Like Joe is for that. Joe got no problem with that at all, but I'm not for paying all the bills and all that, because I'm like, those women that were back in that time don't exist anymore. So I'm not going to treat them as if they were those women back in that time, because they don't. Those women are few and far between. Now, if you're lucky enough to meet one of those women and they have those qualities, and you feel like it's a fair deal to get that, you know what I mean, to pay all those bills and all that stuff in exchange for what men got back in the day, then I think you should take that, because I think those women are very like I haven't met many of those women in my life, but just like a regular chick, like, oh yeah, I'm out here getting the bag, getting the do. Man, listen, we gonna go 50-50 on these bills. I'm gonna take out the trash, you gonna do the dishes. And then we could share the house, work together. I'm not saying I'm gonna come home and do nothing. I'll come home and help, but I'm not paying all X, Y, and Z because there's no benefit to it, because I don't get the same respect that men got back in the day. And if I don't get that, then I don't feel like it's worth paying the bills and doing X, Y, and Z. So I'm not willing to do it. I'm not willing to work 70 hours a week in order to just get a shrug in the shoulders and be like, well, nigga, that's the least you should do. I'm not doing that.
Ty, I was thinking the same thing, Ty. Like, it's like, even if we aren't able to return to a system or to the way it was before, where one person could have an income, where your household could survive off one income. We can't do that right now, right? Cost of living is just ridiculously high. Inflation is hella high. Like, wages have been stagnant, so it's not like men are making significantly more than we were before. So like, it's just, you kind of need two incomes in a household now, right? So if I'm gonna make a woman a stay-at-home wife, she's got to be a special type of woman, right? Like, I have no desire to make a feminist a stay-at-home wife. For what? If your whole thing is equality and women being independent or having a right to go work and do all this and rah, okay, well then now you can pay bills. Like, why would I fund why would I want to make a feminist a stay-at-home wife? For what? Especially because with that, like Ty was saying, comes that entitlement. And that's what I hate. It's like, if I'm going to make you a stay-at-home wife, at least be appreciative of that. Understand that it's not easy to do that and appreciate that. Honor your man, respect him. Like, make him feel like it's worth out there to grind every day, 60, 70 hours to do that. Like, that's what I want to feel when I come home. You know what I mean? Like, damn, baby, like, I'm glad you had a good day. Do you want a BJ? You want a foot rub? Like, is there anything I could do for you? It was hard.
Double hand twist.
Like, if I'm out there getting to the bag and you are comfortable and you don't want for anything, and our kids don't want for anything, that's all I'm asking for. And if I can't get that, then guess what? Your ass will work. You will work just like me, because I'm not gonna come home and you be like, that's all you made? Where you been at? Like, I mean, like, now you gotta clean it. Like, nah, bro. Like, it takes a special type of woman to get those privileges, and I don't think a lot of modern women are cut out for that. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make any of these bops a stay-at-home mom. I'm just not. I'm just not.
Nope. Yes, listen.
They cannot be traditional in 2025 because women will always have the leverage.
What does that mean? What does it mean that women will always have the leverage?
Women have child support to fall back on. Women have alimony. So automatically
10% of divorces end with alimony settlements.
And
10%.
And they go.
You just ignore the stats.
They go from men to women. They go from men to women. Billions of dollars every year.
I thought you said earlier that women are paying alimony.
Billions of dollars of wealth every year is transferred from men to women.
Based on what? Where are you getting that information from? You're just making it up?
I mean, you don't have to make it up. I mean, what's the dude that owns Amazon? Jeff Bezos, right? He gave half of his fortune to Mackenzie Bezos. Like, that's not even. That's like facts. Like, that's. Like, he was worth like 90 billion. He had to give her like 45 billion, something crazy. Like, and then now he worth like 100 billion now, because they put them robots in the factories and shit. Like, they ain't gotta pay these workers. But I mean, no, that's like facts. Like, I don't know what Anna is trying to say. Like, even if what she's saying is true, like, okay, 10% of women get alimony in the U.S. Okay. But that's a lot of guys are out of a lot of money. So you're like diminishing their like contribution to it. But if you were a feminist, you'd be like, yo, we don't need no fucking alimony. We can go get a job ourselves, right? Or am I tripping?
No, I would agree with that.
Chelsea, that's been like the contradiction that me and Ty have wrestled with. Where like, you have these women who say that we fought for these rights. We fought for this financial independence. We fought to be educated and to have access to these careers and to do all this and to all that. You fought for all that and you got all that. But then when it gets time to settle down or find a man, you still want him to provide for everything. Why? And that's what me and Ty just don't understand, that notion. Like, you're so independent. You want all this, but you still want a man who can make equal or more and to basically fund your lifestyle and make you not have to work anymore. But why?
Hey, Joe. You and I talked about this. What's the line that we talked about? It was like, when women be like, I have my own money and career and degrees and stuff, but I want yours. Like why? Like, why do you want my money if you have access to your own money? It's like being like, oh, well, like, That's something only a woman could say. Like, no, like I could not come to Joe and be like, "Hey, Joe, Joe and I are both worth $10 million." I can't be like, "Yo, Joe, like, I got my own money, bruh."
Give me your money too.
But I want to spend yours. You'd be like, "Okay, no, you're not." Like, you would laugh me out the room. Like, you and the other 10 million dudes that's worth 10 million in the room would be like, "Oh, I'm confused. Like, what are we talking about here?"
Yeah.
But women will say this with a straight face and be like, "I don't understand. Like, why can't I keep my money and then spend all yours?" Like, kind of like yin and yang. And I'm like, how? What is? I'm confused.
I don't understand why that's a difficult concept to understand.
Yeah, we don't understand either, Joe. we're trying to figure this out. And let me be very clear. Me and Ty support. Well, let me speak for myself, right? I support women getting to the bag. I support women making money. I would be okay being a stay-at-home dad if my spouse made significantly more than me, and she was be like, "Go ahead, baby, stay home. You ain't gotta work no more." It's unheard of, right? You ain't gonna hear that, right? The thing is, if you take that as an option with a modern woman, she gonna be out there banging the doctors that she's around, all the lawyers that she's around. She gonna be mad at you because you at home and ain't got no job and you a piece of ish because you didn't make that money. Like, it's like this resentment that slowly builds in that woman to know that she got to leave the house and go work and then come back and pay bills. Like, she just starts resenting that man. But like for men, it's like that's what we've done historically. Like, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Set up that situation.
Huh?
She can't resent him if she set up that situation.
You told me it was cool. That's what I'm saying.
Like, that's what I mean. You can't resent him when you're like, stay home, it's fine.
It's all the time. It happens or she'll use that as justifications to go sleep or mess around with other men who make more than their husband, because it's like, I deserve better. I deserve to be with men who make money or do this or do that, or, you know what I mean? Like, they use that as justification to go out and do stupid stuff. And it's like, damn, shorty, like, you told me I could stay home. Like, I'm taking care of the home. Like, and then she come home, look at him all mad. Like it's bad. It's a bad dynamic. Like, it really is. Like, but I'm just saying, we support women getting to the bag. It's just everything that comes with that.
I 100% support women getting to the bag. I'm a feminist. Like, I don't know if people know this about me or not. Like, I'm a
feminist.
I believe full equality, right? I mean, listen, if I meet a chick, she making all this crazy money. She be like, "Yo, you know what? You could just quit your job right now and stay home." Okay, cool. I'm working out 7 hours a day. I'm be shredded. I'm gonna look like Achilles, like, bro. Like, I'm gonna look crazy. Like,
stay at home job sounds sweet to me, bro.
Oh my god, like,
it sounds so good. I got time to go to the gym or work out at home because I got weights at home. I could probably play my little mobile game on my phone for a little bit. You could, if you do the laundry, you can pick one day to do all the laundry and fold it. People act like you're doing something every day,
right?
It's like, no, you break it up throughout the week. Do what you got to do. Indulge in your little activities and your hobbies. It is sweet, bro. It is the sweetest gig in my opinion. That's just me. I don't know. I've never been in that position, but I feel like it's such a sweet gig.
We're gonna lose subs by saying this, but bro, listen. I hate when people compare like construction work to changing diapers and giving baby and breastfeeding. I'm like, bruh, what are we talking about? Like,
that's not like a job. That's the responsibility if you decide to have a child.
The argument is that it's 24/7, and that's what I don't understand. Like, how is it 24/7? Like, kids go to sleep, kids take naps, kids go to school. You know what I mean? Like, you clean up every day, or unless you're not doing anything all week, and then the 7th day you decide, damn, now I gotta do everything. Now you're like, oh man, this is hard. I'm overwhelmed, but you ain't do shit for the past 6 days. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how they break down the amount of work it takes to run a house. It confuses me. I just don't get it. You know, like, I don't understand, bro.
You watch all the Stranger Things.
You can fold clothes while sipping on wine. You can watch, you know what I mean? You can watch your shows. Like, bro, it's cake. And then as a man, see, women would have it easier because if she comes home and she wants peen, she'll never be denied.
Yeah.
We won't be too tired to give you that D. That you can come home and get the D too. You can pay all the bills, go out there and work and come back, and you can get the D every night if you want. Not the other way around. It ain't the case. I'm tired. I've been working all day. You know what I mean? Like, there's always some reason why she ain't in the mood. Like, listen, shorty, you come home, you can get the D whenever you want if you're paying all the bills. And you will never be denied. Like, men will make it so easy for y'all. Like, come on, ladies.
Well,
I'm pitching it out, ladies. Come on. This is the setup that we trying to get now.
Well, with me, she go to work. She's going to have to come home and do her second job. So that's just me.
He's drunk.
Let's keep going.
We have it. We're excited. We can get it to you at the end. You didn't want to submit. Where are your sources? You didn't want to submit them ahead of time. You did.
The Census Bureau, Bureau of Labor Statistics. I cited everything I mentioned. Pull it up. Pearl, the main thing I want people to understand, okay, Pearl's gonna trash women no matter what. That's fine.
I'm not trashing
But
them.
my biggest gripe with you is you're discouraging people from entering marriages.
I don't tell men what to do.
All right, I saw you shake your head, Joe. What's your thought?
Not one time yet have I heard in this debate have I heard her trash women. I don't hear her trashing women. I hear her speaking from men's experience, you know, drawing from her sources and from anecdotal experience. I have not heard her trash men yet. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, trash women. So that's why I'm just like, how is he Pearl was just like, I'm not trashing women. Like, she's not. She's just stating facts and anecdotal experience, the struggles of men, and that angers some women, right? Clearly, Anna looks like she's pissed off by this. But I don't think she hasn't bashed women at all yet. She's just saying this is how the reality of men. I would like it to be more equal for men. I think that's fair and that's valid. Like, I don't see the trashing. I just don't.
Sell me on.
You
Okay,
advise
Anna,
men to avoid marriage.
Sell me on marriage. What do men get out of marriage?
That's sad. It's sad that people think.
My man hurt in the crowd. Who hurt you?
He going through it.
He going through it.
That it really is. You get a partner, you get a teammate, you get to build a life together, and it's beautiful.
Joe, let me ask you.
I feel like misery.
Let me ask you, Joe. What's your idea? Like, I know, like, do you think the upsides of marriage is you get a partner and a teammate? What words would you use? So Anna used partner and teammate. What words would you use to describe the benefits that men get out of marriage?
There's no man in the world that says that.
No. Listen, I'm okay with any iteration of marriage as long as the sex does not stop. I'll make that very clear. If I'm still getting my sexual needs satisfied, I can make concessions. I can make compromises. I'll make sacrifices. I'll, entertain a certain perspective. I will, I will grow in different ways. I will, I will entertain certain thoughts. But like, if there's no intimacy, I'm sorry. That for me crushes all motivation to do anything else.
You remember 40-year-old version where the dude was like, "You put the pussy on a pedestal."
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like you doing, right?
I'm just saying, if I have that, listen, I'm much more simple, but if I know that's coming in, I can tolerate her BS. Right. I can tolerate the annoying qualities. I have them too. You know what I mean? But like, I can tolerate certain things. I can accept certain things. But once that runs dry, like, things just feel different. You know what I mean? It changes the dynamic. So bro, I'm okay, but I'm okay with like different iterations of what that looks like, and different things work for different people. It just depends on the person.
So sex is like the key. Like, it's like it's like
that was a big part of the incentive, bro. You did that so you could have access, like, as a, that traditionally that was part of the perk, where it's like, I would have consistent, steady, you would have that. You don't, if you remove that from your equation, do you think dudes would be signing up to do that?
Oh, hell no. But okay, all right, how about this? Give it a percentage. Give out of 100%, give sex a percentage.
It's like 95.
Yeah. 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 I'm telling you that. Yes. Maybe
so let me say this, then, Joe.
I'd say yeah.
If it's that high,
the teamwork.
a chick that messing up with you is drawn, bro. Because like she just drawn. Like, I'm just saying, that's just drawn. Because it's like, you literally got one job. The rest of the stuff she could burn a chicken pot pie. She could do all the other stuff, like not cook, not do all this stuff, like be half-assed and everything else, but just give you some good snapping turtle, and you will just be like, all right, cool, like, this is all I need. And if that's the case,
and not all, bro, not all, but when the thing is, when you remove that from the equation, basically you just have an expensive roommate. You see what I'm saying? Like, who wants that? who wants an expensive roommate? Like I could have bought an apartment or lived in an apartment with a bro of mine, and you know what I mean, and not have any expectation of course, no, not a gay. And I'm just saying, like you could shack up with a homeboy to save bread, and at least you know what the arrangement is. You can have a roommate that's not costing you money for dates and gifts and birthdays and presents and jewelry and all that other stuff. Like none of that is there. But when you're with someone and there is none of that physical intimacy and you're still paying for all those things, it feels like you just have an expensive roommate. And I don't know what man in his right mind would sign up for that. You know what I'm saying? Like once you remove that, that's what you have is an expensive roommate. Like, and that blows.
All right. So I'm gonna play a little bit more. I'm gonna close this joint out. And we could finish up with some following Jones. I also got a funny video I want to show us before we end it. I'm trying to make that a thing for the No Picks podcast. We end it with like a funny ass video of something.
Someone's pain makes Ty laugh. That is the pattern so far.
He loves company in this situation.
And
how would you know what you get out of marriage if you haven't experienced marriage in the first place? I'm not saying that as a personal attack. I really hope that Pearl meets the love of her life and gets married. It's not about that.
What'd you say?
He took a jab at Pearl.
He definitely took a jab at Pearl.
But you trash it without really understanding what the benefits are.
That's a bad argument.
Why do we have phrases like it's cheaper to keep her?
Pearl,
that's a
answer
solid
the
point.
question.
Divorce is expensive. And by the way, on purpose to discourage people from getting divorced in the first place.
Then why isn't it's cheaper to keep him?
That's a valid point. Would you go skydiving if there was an 85% chance that your parachute wouldn't open?
Yeah, no.
You see what I'm saying? Like, would you take some kind of risk like that if you knew there was an 80 or 85% chance of that failing? No, you would not. If you would have got on a plane and you knew that there was an 80, would you go fly on a plane if there was an 80% chance that it would crash?
No.
You know what I'm saying? So why would you want to sign up for something that you already know statistically shows that 80% of divorces are going to end in marriage? Right. Most of them initiated by women because of irreconcilable differences, right? So it's not that we're trying to scare men, but just like understanding, like, listen, bro, make sure you pick the right one, but also understand that most of these are going to end in divorce. And with that come all the consequences of divorce. Like, I think that's what Pearl's trying to say. Like, it's expensive to get divorced, and usually the men are the one who have to pay. So like men should be aware of that. And Anna just completely dismisses that. Like, that's what I'm saying. She comes off as like angry and very condescending.
Anna didn't even answer her first question when she said, what does marriage benefit men?
Right. She didn't. Well, she said partnership, some other crap.
Teamwork and partnership. Because men are just going around the street saying they want to get married because they want a teammate and a partnership.
I get a dog and be just as happy. My dog would be happy to see me every day I come in through that door. Every day my dog would be happy.
You definitely can't marry Anna, bro. She's tough.
She's married though.
Is she?
Yeah.
Bro, they didn't fucking 3 years, bro.
She's married and she makes significantly more than him. So like she's got one of them dynamics that we talked about. And I think I think it's going well. I don't know about how it's going, but yeah, she's married.
Why do we have phrases like happy wife, happy life?
Because it's true. Same with happy husband, happy life. I don't want to.
That is not a goddamn saying. That is not a saying.
I've never heard a person say happy husband.
No one has ever said that in the history of life. Anna was the first person to ever say that. That is not a thing, bro.
Because it's true. It's all about making her happy and keeping her happy. It doesn't matter what makes you guys happy.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Anna's tripping.
That's disingenuous. Right. That's really disingenuous.
Happy husband, happy life.
Happy husband, happy life.
I've never heard that.
No one has ever said that.
Never heard that in my life.
In history of marriages, no one has ever said that.
You know, it's funny, Cho, because I was telling Ty before he said we were going to talk about the debate, and I was like, I saw clips of it, and it made Pearl look really, really bad, right? And we still haven't seen like the whole thing, of course, but the more I see it, the more I see like, yeah, Pearl at times doesn't look like she was like as well prepared for a debate, like as far as like her stage presence and like answering questions and commanding the audience and things like that. Because Anna was more like cutthroat. Like Anna goes on and debates with people like on CNN and MSNBC. Yeah. Like she this is what she does, right? But now that I've seen it, Ty, it's funny. Like I don't know if Pearl lost as bad as people think she did. Like I think my perspective changed a little bit. Cause remember I said like, yo, I think she got trashed. Now I'm like, damn, I don't know. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
I think Anna was dismissing her on some like young boy stuff, but Anna wasn't killing it like she thought she was killing it. Like in her head, she was
Yeah.
killing it more than she was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that was very interesting. I'm glad we caught some of that. Pearl's still my girl.
Yeah.
I don't agree with everything, like I said, but I don't feel that way about anybody. I don't think you should
Yeah.
agree. Anybody you follow, you should never agree 100% with them. I'm sorry. Like
Facts,
you should
facts.
never believe 100% of what anybody says. Have an own brain. You know what I mean? Use your own independent thought as well.
Right.
But I do agree with a lot of her stuff.
All
I
right.
don't think she got destroyed. That was dope.
No, I don't think so either. All right. So listen, let's finish it up with a funny video. All right.
Oh,
So I
God. Here we
found
go.
this
Here we
video.
go.
I think y'all gonna love it. It's hilarious. All right. I
All right,
found it
all
pretty funny. All right.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You see this? I don't know. Oh wow. This is golden. Oh wow. Oh wow, it's freaking fight. Shut. Y'all, there are people filming left and right. Oh my god. Oh, he's nervous. What? the-
Bro, get your hands off him. What are y'all doing, bro? Now you put him the other way.
He said leave him alone. It's just a turtle.
Oh my God.
All right.
Oh.
All right. So that was the first part. Let me share the second part, and we'll be all done.
There was a part 2 to this? Oh
There's
my
a
God.
part 2 to this.
He said leave him alone. It's just a turtle. Oh my gosh. There are people filming this.
Bro, drive.
He recorded.
Oh my god. Shut up. I've never seen anything like this before. in my life.
Here, look at him.
Flipping that turtle. This is
These people are so abusive.
These people are abusing.
Let him go. Can you believe this?
No, it's crazy. I'm working out at the road. It's like, what's going
Does
on?
this happen around here a lot?
Yeah, there's a lot of turtle problems.
That was it.
Yeah,
there's a lot
well,
of
turtle to the side of the road. You guys are good Samaritans.
Thank you for helping out.
All right. So I wanted to end it off on a funny note. You know what I mean?
I'd be a little mad too, though, if I had to get to work, bro. I might have kicked Bull over.
He got
How do
on
you
his
like
back.
wake up and you're gonna like I'm gonna be a turtle today and I'm just gonna cause havoc in an intersection?
Oh my God. All right. That was funny. That was
Well,
funny.
happy husband, happy life.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Leave turtles alone on that intersection, apparently. He said, my man said we got a lot of turtle problems. like, bro, what does that mean? All right, listen. Let us know what y'all think, family. Hopefully, y'all like the live today. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.
Until next time.